The happy days of liars and hypocrites are very short. Anger is a punishment we inflict on ourselves for someone else's fault. Whatever is begun in anger ends in shame. A painful truth is always better than a hidden lie. Don't throw stones at your neighbors if your own windows are glass. Hard times will always reveal true friends. When you're testing to see how deep water is, never use defeat. Many people die at 25 and are buried until they are 75. There are 3 faithful friends: an old wife, an old dog, and ready money. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. In life, what you really want will never come easy. A wise person never argues with a foolish person. People only speak loudly in front of a person who cannot speak loudly in front of them. A beautiful face means nothing when the heart is ugly. The journey doesn't get easier, we get stronger. You will find the key to success under the alarm clock. A slip of foot you may soon recover, but a slip of the tongue you may never get over. The heart of a fool is in his mouth, but the mouth of a wise man is in his heart. Confidence unlocks every opportunity in life. Love your enemies, for they tell you you're false. If it makes you happy, no one else's opinion should matter. Time does not change people. Time reveals the real face of people. Instead of cursing the darkness, light a candle. Everyone is a slave to his habits. Many people praise you to your face so that they can use you. If you don't find a way to keep earning while you sleep, you will have to work till you die. You never get a happy life. You have to make it happy. You can destroy your life by worrying too much. There is not enough room in your mind for both worry and faith. You must decide which one gets to live there. No matter how long you have traveled on the wrong road, you can always turn around. It is better to be the master of your silence than to be a slave to your words. 3 things never come back: spoken words, pastime, and broken trust. Bow down for love and respect, but don't bow down and ask for love and respect. Birds born in cages think that flying is a disease. When there is no enemy within, external enemies cannot harm you. Pain makes you stronger. Fear makes you braver. Heartbreak makes you wiser. Never underestimate the investment you make in yourself. Do not be embarrassed by your failures. Learn from them and start again. Lost time is never found again. The scariest moment is always just before you start. Life is a preparation for the future. And the best preparation for the future is to live as if there were none. Winners are not people who never fail, but people who never quit. Do not learn how to react. Learn how to respond. When you look for the good in others, you discover the best in yourself. Do not speak unless it improves on silence. Life is full of problems. Problems are not permanent. People are not jealous of a person, but they are jealous of his success, happiness, and peace in life. When you become the master of your mind, you will have control over your life. In the midst of darkness, light persists. Never wait. Life goes faster than you think. Security without liberty is called prison. Life's biggest tragedy is that we get old too soon and wise too late. I didn't fail the test. I just found 100 ways to do it wrong. Fatigue is the best pillow. You may delay, but time will not. You can't reach what's in front of you until you let go of what's behind. When you learn to survive without anyone, you can survive everything. Small changes can make a big difference. As soon as fear comes near you, attack and destroy it. A man's actions should match his words. Sometimes you just have to walk away, let people go, and let relationships end. Don't be afraid of change. It's going to happen anyway. Fake people have an image to maintain. Real people just don't care. Stop telling people more than they need to know. Learn to enjoy being alone, because no one will stay forever. Anything that consumes your mind will control your life. Maturity is learning to walk away from people and situations that threaten your peace of mind, self-respect, values, morals, and self-worth. In the end, only 3 things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. Arguing with a fool only proves that there are 2. Always be in love with a soul, not a face. Forgiveness does not change your past, it changes your future. The things that hurt you actually teach you. A wise man keeps 3 things hidden from his family: his weaknesses, his anguish, and his infatuations. Love doesn't die because of distance. It dies because of doubt. Don't judge me unless you are 100% without mistakes. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Be very careful of people whose words don't match their actions. A man's actions should match his word. Hard work is the only thing that never cheats you in results. Listen to everyone's advice, but act only on the one who has achieved his goal first. You must see what idiots are doing and then do the opposite. Making a good impression in the eyes of people is in one's own hands. Sometimes the truth is not bitter. The manner of telling the truth is bitter. The reading of all good books is like a conversation with the finest minds of past centuries. A man is not poor without a rubric, but a man is really poor without a dream and ambition. Silence and smile is the best way to respond an insult. Easy as to judge the mistakes of others, difficult is to recognize our own mistakes. No one noticed your tears, sadness, and pain, but they all notice your mistakes. The ego is not master in its own house. If you seek peace, be still. If you seek wisdom, be silent. If you seek love, be yourself. Do not be embarrassed by your failures. Learn from them and start again. Don't waste words on people who deserve your silence. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. Life becomes easier when you delete the negative people from it. Don't complain, just build yourself. When you talk, you only repeat what you already know. If you listen, you may learn something. There is no growth without pain. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Don't be afraid of losing people. Be afraid of losing yourself by trying to please everyone around you. Confidence is built by facing what you fear. The only difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they use their time. Avoid people who use their pain as an excuse to hurt you. Experience is the teacher of everything. It is true that money is not the most important thing in life, but money affects everything that is important in life. Don't be so quick to believe what you hear, because lies spread faster than the truth. Your true friends become apparent when you're at lowest. If you want to learn, every mistake will teach you a lesson. Do the best work at the best age, so that the best day of life becomes your destiny. Don't be an open book for people. Don't tell everyone your secrets as your own. Don't open your secrets to others, because people respect you less after getting to know you. Love yourself, because you are the only person who will always be with you. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. Your future is shaped by what you do today. Without self-confidence, you are like a bird without wings. Never get angry about something you cannot change. Never torture yourself because of anyone. You don't know the value of anything until you lose it, even if it's a human being. To have expectations from someone is harmful for your life. You can beat anyone in the world, but you can never beat someone who deliberately loses for you, like your father. If you want respect in the world, follow my only 3 words. 1. Never lie. 2. Never deceive anyone. 3. Treat everyone with kindness and respect. Instead of spending your money on junk, spend it on good experiences. The easiest way to destroy your self-confidence is to constantly break the promises you make to yourself. If life wasn't hard, you would never grow. You cannot believe in God until you believe in yourself. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Confidence is silent. Insecurities are loud. Trusting blindly often leads to betrayal. The meeting of 2 personalities is like the contact of 2 chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Loneliness does not come from having no people about one, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself, or from holding certain views which others find inadmissible. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. The pendulum of the mind oscillates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic be alcohol, morphine, poison, or idealism. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. As a child, I felt myself to be alone, because I know things and must hint at things which others apparently know nothing of, and for the most part, do not want to know. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. Your heart does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. In all chaos there is a cosmos, in all disorder a secret order. When someone bullies you, reply him with this act. Laugh at him. Some people want to see you fail. Disappoint them. Stop doubting yourself, work hard and make it happen. Never feel guilty for starting again. Rule of life is very simple: hunt or get hunted. If money and material things make you believe you are better than others, you are the poorest person on earth. Behind every strong person is a story that gave them no choice. If you don't know the whole story, then don't open your mouth. Control your anger, because it's just one letter away from danger. Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. It's going to be hard, but hard is not impossible. Be careful what you tell people. A friend today could be an enemy tomorrow. Some people just pretend to help you. Learn to say no without explaining yourself. A positive mind finds opportunity in everything. Accept the reality that life will not be easy. The more I learned about things, I realized how wrong I was before. Focus on improving, not proving. Smart people know when to act stupid. Never explain yourself to anyone, because the person who likes you doesn't need it, and the person who dislikes you won't believe it. You may not be able to control every situation and its outcome, but you can control your attitude and how you deal with it. You become what you believe. Some people just pretend to help you. You will never be good enough for everybody, but you will always be the best for someone who really appreciates you. Fake people have an image to maintain. Real people don't care. The biggest mistake we make in life is thinking we have time. Set limits. Not everyone deserves your vibe. No one can make you upset. You choose to be. Don't rush to help those who haven't asked you to, because not everyone who is drowning needs a hand, somewhat to drown. Knowledge rests not upon truth alone, but upon error also. Where wisdom reigns, there is no conflict between thinking and feeling. In each of us there is another whom we do not know. Man cannot stand a meaningless life. The healthy man does not torture others generally. It is the tortured who turn into torturers. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you'll call it fate. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic is alcohol, morphine, or idealism. Shame is a soul-eating emotion. If you are a gifted person, it doesn't mean you got something. It means you can give something away. Life really does begin at 40. Up until then, you are just doing research. He who is afraid needs dependence. As a weakened man needs support. The soul needs your recklessness, not your wisdom. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. I say to you today, my friends, that in spite of the difficulties and frustrations of the moment, I still have a dream. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. We must learn to live together as brothers, or we will perish together as fools. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. The time is always right to do what is right. Only in the darkness can you see the stars. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. You are not only responsible for what you say, but also for what you do not say. Your ignorance is their power. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. I look to a day when people will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. You must never be fearful about what you are doing when it's right. No matter what people tell you, words and ideas can change the world. The first revolution is when you change your mind. Forgiveness is not an occasional act, it is a permanent attitude. Oppressed people cannot remain oppressed forever. The yearning for freedom eventually manifests itself. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy to a friend. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Nothing in all the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. Let no man pull you low enough to hate him. Learn the rules like a pro, so you can break them like an artist. Never be afraid to do what's right, especially if the well-being of a person or animal is at stake. Society's punishments are small compared to the wounds we inflict on our soul when we look the other way. It is not possible to be in favor of justice for some people and not be in favor of justice for all people. If someone hates you and wants to look sad, there are usually 3 reasons why. He sees you as a threat, he hates himself, or he wants to be like you. Out of the mountain of despair, a stone of hope. I was a drum major for justice, peace, and righteousness.